Breaking, the U.S. is preparing for more Syria action. The U.S. is preparing to announce sanctions against the Assad regime in Syria, according to Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin from Zero Hedge. Just hours after unleashing a missile strike on Syria, Stephen Mnuchin announced that the U.S. will announce sanctions, quote, in the near future against the Assad regime. Joined by Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, in a briefing at Mar-a-Lago Estate, the Treasury Secretary said the U.S. would impose sanctions on Syria, quote, to stop this type of activity. According to a pool report and multiple media reports, it wasn't clear what sanctions are under consideration. Last time we checked, the local Four Seasons had seen better days. As for the war-ravaged economy, we very much doubt it relies on trade with the U.S. or has substantial cash deposits in the U.S. banks. Although those regions of Syria still under ISIS control are surely regular beneficiaries of having their banks hooked up to SWIFT. Mnuchin's announcement was the latest sign that the Trump administration continues to escalate efforts against the Syrian president 1 week after Rex Tillerson said Assad's fate would be in the hands of Syria's people. Ironically, Trump is taking yet another page out of Obama's playbook. This January, as one of Obama's last decisions, the U.S. imposed sanctions on Syria in response to, you guessed it, chemical weapons use in 2014 and 2015. A report last year by the United Nations and the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons accused the Syrian regime of using chlorine gas as a weapon on at least 3 different occasions in its 6-year-old civil war. As a reminder, Syria's use of chemical weapons was the original, quote, red line that Obama warned in 2012 would draw the United States into military action against Assad. But when the Syrian dictator used sarin gas against civilians in 2013, Obama backed out, citing a lack of support from either Congress or the UN Security Council. Syria then gave up its chemical weapons in a deal brokered by Russia and agreed to join the International Chemical Weapons Convention. In 2014, John Kerry hailed the achievement as a success. Back in January, the U.S. targeted a Syrian company, the Organization for Technological Industries, which the Treasury Department said was part of the Syrian government and responsible for deploying surface-to-surface missile and rocket programs and working toward a ballistic missiles program. The department also moved to block the assets of 18 people associated with the company and with related research, intelligence, and military organizations. It would appear that, if indeed Assad had continued to use chemical weapons despite knowing his every move is scrutinized by the U.S., those particular sanctions failed to work. See, I don't believe that Assad actually did this to his people. I think it's the deep state pushing Trump into this war with Syria. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And again, thank you for watching.